I don't know if I've found a meaningful life yet, but I think it's definitely got something to do with happiness, which in itself is difficult to define. But I would say as long as you can be content with your situation, and I think you got to try to let go of some materialistic stuff if you're going to get to that stage, and also happy with your relationships, no matter who they are, like your partner, your family, your friends, colleagues. And I think then if you're happy and you can kind of tell that you are making other people happy, I'm sure that's meaningful.
To me, a meaningful life is being able to provide for myself as well as for my family and everyone who has helped me to get where I am right now in life.
A meaningful life to me means achieving your goals, the things that you set out or planned on doing in your life, and sort of executing any of those things without any hesitation, any fear, and not really worrying about external pressure, and only focus on what's happening in here. So for me that's fulfilling. Even just completing a drawing sometime is meaningful to me.
For me, a meaningful life means living in life-giving ways. So it means through my actions, I bring life in whichever place of engagement, relationship I am. For me, life-giving ways equate to things like being gentle, being merciful and forgiving. It means always holding on to another person's humanity, even in the moments that they can't, because that means that somebody will hold on to my humanity in the days and in the moments where I can't. And so for me, trying to practice that every day, not just in principle, living that, I think knowing whether you led a meaningful life or not, you will only know that in the second of your death. And so for me, it's about trying to practice that every day.
A meaningful life is worshipping God, doing what you're supposed to do, religion-wise. Basically, just serving God is the main thing.
A meaningful life to me is, I think, living beyond other people's views of you and stepping away from other people's mirrors, stepping into your own mirror and saying, this is me, this is what I like from my heart, and this is what I love, and I'm going to try and lead a life that way. I think that's what I would define as a meaningful life.
I think meaningful life to me would be living to, I think, any potential that you want to, that comes across your way, that you can sort of take on. Always, like, for me, it's like examples, like if you get into a project and you do that project to the best of your abilities, and like always try to do a bit better at it, and that you do it to the best of your ability and know that you've done it right for you, and in every aspect that you do, like enjoy everything that comes your way. Sometimes there's things that you might not enjoy, but that's also fine, and everything carries meaning. So I think that would be for me living a meaningful life, knowing that I've done everything the right way and the best way that I can, I think.
Everyone got different perspective on how to live life and what to do, but we're all different individuals. That's what makes it so nice. And I believe that we are on earth to serve a purpose, and some of us don't know what the purpose is because we're having, like, we need to jump into pools, getting rocks out. Some of us don't even swim to the bottom to go get it. But I believe it's making humanity much more better. And in today's life, humanity it's actually sagging because everyone, we live in the end times and everyone is only for themselves. Don't help. I believe we're here to help. If we help each other and if we stand together, if we actually boost one another, like booster pills and like vitamins, we need to be that. That's exactly what we need, and that's our purpose here, to become one,
Living for the sake of others, that's what you would actually find meaning, because when you are able to tend someone and achieve happiness also towards them, helping them with a certain something, that actually brings out joy, rather than just living for yourself. That doesn't really achieve goal, but assisting someone, that actually makes you proud, wanting to do more and then changing obviously people's life, and that's what I would actually like to think about,
I define a meaningful life as discovering what God's intention was in creating the world and existence. I'd describe it as looking at the world that is made with like perfect design, perfect order, and really looking into the creator behind it and finding out what the intention was in creating that, and also what it means for us as we live our day to day, because we are created beings. And so for me, a meaningful life would be to go on a journey of searching that out. And I think when people go like discovering their purpose, they're really searching something like that out in multiple ways. So yeah. Well, I think the ideal life for me would be knowing that I'm living according to the Creator's manual for me. How that pans out into my relationship with friends, relationship with family, relationship with wife at the time, kids. So I think if I know that I'm living that out, how He would desire for me to live that out, and that's through love, then I think that's the ideal place for me. I think material things will come and go. They really will come and go, but I think if I really see myself having joy, it would be in seeing that I'm orientating my life in such a way as to live it out as He would want and how He demonstrates through love.
I think a meaningful life is one where you are true to your own values, your own beliefs, and you live by them, and you're guided by them, and you stay true to your own beliefs and values, and as much as you can stick to it. I think you probably end up with a meaningful life, and if your values are family and you stick to that, and then I think that will ultimately end up being quite meaningful to me, at least. Okay, so my values are to be either always honest, to have integrity, to be trustworthy.
A meaningful life would be the same, but also in conjunction with that, also balance out a life, be God-fearing, lead a spiritual life, and enjoy the outside life with your family.
And I think for me it's all about relaxing, connect with the nature. I was speaking to my partner also, the reason also why we're here is I know we've got load shedding for 2 hours, but also is to connect with the nature. It's one of those moments, and just connecting with the world, connecting with earth, breathing, leaving, with all the moments that are coming. I think that's one of those for me.
A life that's deeply rooted in God. As a Christian, I think having a personal relationship with God where I don't have to feed off on people's revelations, where I have my own encounters, and a life filled with happiness where I can really be proud of myself, of what I've accomplished, and not be too hard on myself, and just learning that life sometimes just doesn't happen the way we expect it to, and just be content with that.
Yeah.
Very many people struggle with that, the meaning of life. But to me, as a non-believer, it's very, very simple. It's just to be a link in the chain from the past to the new generation. The same with all the life, talking of flowers, or the squirrels that we can see a lot of around here, or all the life. And for us, humans, we think that it has to be something more powerful and more important, but it's not. Just be the link. We are coming from, from all the other life, and have evoluted to what we are, and then all the other life. So, yeah.
I think a meaningful life would be one where I am not necessarily comfortable, but just, content with what I have. And, obviously I like to say that money wouldn't be a factor, but unfortunately the world we're in, I'd like to live comfortably. But I think a meaningful life is just being able to be comfortable within myself and being able to be sort of generous to other people. A life where you've contributed to those around you is probably the most meaningful to me, just because your impact is greater than what you have internally. So an external impact would be a meaningful life to me, because it means I've sort of left something behind once I've died and stuff.
I think I struggle with that, but I'll say balance. If you can find balance in friendships, balance at work, balance in relationships, your social life, and being able to be okay with yourself. Yeah, I think it's a work in progress, but balance is a meaningful life. You won't always get things right, but if you could try, I think that's a meaningful life.